What up, my brothers and sisters? This is episode 4 or 2 of the Limited Headspace podcast. We don't know what to call it. Technically, it's number 4, but the only one that's been released is the one before this, which is 3.5. So hold on, isn't this is technically 5? It doesn't matter. It's number 2 now, or number 4, as you're going to see. Whatever. Nothing's changed. We're living in the Corona times, so we got a quick Corona update. Everybody hates Dan, right? Everybody's blaming him for everything. Apparently fucked up the hotel lockdown situation. That was his fault. Everything's his fault.
Daniel Andrews, right?
Yeah. Everybody hates Dan Andrews. Big boy. Funny thing is though, I hated him. I was his worst critic. But has what he's done worked? There's no
infections down there, right?
Well, no, excuse me. There's not 0. There's what are they down to? 17 a day, 12 a day.
I don't think it's here that we don't have any.
Yeah, we've been going good. New South Wales, we've been going strong for ages, dude. Most of the ones, we were getting like little 9s and 10s here and there, but they were all from, most of them, not all, most of them were from overseas travellers. And other people were people linked to fucking this and that, and rarely was it like, oh shit, we don't know where it came from, which I think is the biggest problem with this shit sometimes. But yeah, it's gone down in Victoria. Even the deaths, so much for it's not on the news so much. I don't give a fuck anymore because I'm not looking at it all day, you know what I'm saying? And just fucking seeing it, it's just what I feel like is all the injustices, you know, but suffer in the short term, maybe prosper in the long run, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, maybe we're all wrong. Maybe we weren't. Yeah, who fucking really knows anyway. But yeah, the worst thing I didn't like about it was, I think the majority was Queensland with fucking Tom Hanks and shit, or how they were letting in other celebrities. Other celebrities got to go quarantine at home to the nice little mansions. Or people had to go to budget hotels. It's a bit bullshit, man.
And fork out themselves.
Correct, they had to pay for that shit themselves.
$3,000 or something it was for 2 weeks.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know why the government did it? They said it's because we've given you plenty of time to come home. Aren't the fucking airports locked down? We went to fucking Canoe from Brazil.
How are you supposed to make money when you're on holiday to be able to pay for it?
When everything's locked down?
Yeah.
Correct.
And because you're coming home from a holiday, presumably you've spent a lot of money on your holiday and you're coming back with...
Maybe what this teaches us, you know, is that everyone should have a little bit of a stash saved up somewhere, you know what I mean? I got paid yesterday. I got $80 in the bank, bro. You can't survive like this. It's ridiculous. You know? So I think everyone needs to get a bit of a stash. But that was my thing. I just didn't like that. But yeah, people were having to pay for their own hotels. I even forgot about that. And then these celebrities could just go to their mansions. Apparently they paid for their own security to ensure they couldn't be allowed out. What security that you pay for is going to get allowed out? We're paying you to not let us leave. Fuck off. Come on, that's what they say. You know, I guess whatever, they got the money talks, and everyone loves them because they're celebrities, but I guess that's a bit sad. But yeah, that's what's going on these times. Also, it's the presidential debates in the US. I know I did say that I wasn't going to talk about the USA that much and stuff, but it's the only thing going on in the news right now, kind of current events and all that bullshit. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't.
No? So it's just a quick breakdown. It's Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. I didn't watch the whole thing because it's like an hour and a half. But from the clips I've watched, they're just fucking arguing, dude. They're just like, at one point Joe Biden goes, "Man, will you shut up, man?"
Does he actually?
He goes, "Will you just stop talking?" To be fair, Donald Trump is fucking interrupting him everywhere. But at the same time, it does kind of feel like it's set up against old Donnie, man. The guy asking all the questions, he's continually telling the president to be quiet. I bet you don't tell the president to be quiet. He's the president. Who gives a fuck if he's interrupting Uncle Joe? And they're calling Joe Biden vice president. The guy, the mediator, for some reason he's saying vice president instead of Joe Biden. Alright?
Is he the vice president?
He used to be under Obama. He's not anymore. He's just carried that title forever. He's just vice president forever now. He's getting ice cream here, you go vice president. Is that what we call him now? VP for life. It's a bit of bullshit. Nah, it's pretty cool. You can get that. I'll show him vice president. He wants president now. He's not happy with the VP. He wants the next level, the top tier bullshit.
Find that letter.
I don't really give a fuck who wins. I live in Australia. Fuck, who gives a fuck about Donnie or old Joe? But the one thing I could say, right, even then, Joe Biden was being rude, okay? Because Donald, every time he would say something about old Joe, he would go, listen, Joe, why are you getting money from Ukraine? And why's your son get it? And Joe Biden's go, that's not true and all this. But anytime Joe Biden would refer to Donald Trump, he would say he. That's just fucking rude. If someone's in the room with you, you refer to them by their fucking name. You don't say, oh yeah, he is behind. I'm just going to sit here with Lee the whole time and say he. He fucking, me and him, we just did all this shit. No, Lee, it's Lee. We're in the room, be polite. Okay? And then he's telling Donald Trump that Donald Trump is unpresidential. Relax, bro. Yeah, a little bit fucking, you're being a bit rude too. That's all I'm trying to say. But you guys should watch it. I'm sure you can find it anywhere on YouTube. Please check it out.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened that was mad, I don't know if you guys like this, but we're going to start talking about this shit, is the UFC just happened. Mr. Israel Adesanya is a bad motherfucker, dude. That was a flawless victory over Paulo Costa. For anyone who watches it, man. Just came in there, dismantled him. Paulo Costa's been saying some crazy shit, though.
Haven't seen anything.
You haven't seen those? You don't have them on Instagrams?
Not Paolo, but Izzy. But
I got them both. I got to try and get everyone who's fighting kind of thing. I usually grab them when they're fighting to check because I want to see the training, like what they're doing. It's stupid because they're in training camp, so obviously they're not giving anything away. But Paulo Costa put out this video. So after he lost, it looked like he was in the airport. And he was, he was doing one of those things, thank you, everybody support me. And he was saying that, I saw what he did, it was disrespectful, I 100% disapprove. He was doing this Brazilian accent. And he was saying something happened before the fight. Something happened, but I'm not going to make an excuse, right? Then he made another video as well, and he goes, blah, 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 something happened in the fight, and no excuses, this and that, But he's saying something happened before the fight, and he's going, in one of them, I believe, he even said, Israel, something happened before the fight.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what it is. I think maybe he was trying to save energy for the next rounds because maybe he knew it was 5 rounds. Maybe he knew he needed to go a bit longer with Adesanya because Adesanya does slip and move. To me, it looked like he was taunting. He was trying to put on a show because he thought he had him.
Definitely.
To me, it seemed like one of those things where you overcompensate. You just think you're already there and you're not. It happened, I think, to Francis Ngannou when he lost against Stipe Miocic. Even at that time, if I remember correctly, Dana White was saying, he's fighting in 2 weeks and he's celebrating in Paris. It's like, what are you doing, bro? You haven't won yet. You just think you're there, because it's such a meteoric rise. Is that a word? Is that pronounced? So you think you're there faster than you are, but you got to get that belt first. I think maybe that's what happened. I think he underestimated him, came in there way too cocky, playing with him, being a fucking idiot. And Adesanya, while Paulo Costa fucked around, pieced him up. Bit by bit, kicked the fucking damage the fuck out of that leg. And that was the end of it, bro. Once he clipped him in the face.
It did seem like it ended out of the blue almost, eh?
Yeah, man. It just, all of a sudden, it just went from 0 to 100. He couldn't take anymore. Izzy got him with one good shot. I remember when he clipped him in the head and made him bleed here, Paulo Costa started to take it seriously. But then it was too late, because then his leg was fucked. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have been fucking around. It's like, oh, too late, bro. You can barely walk. Now you're fucking bleeding on your temple. You might be a bit woozy. And then from there, it wasn't long. It's very quick.
I think people underestimate Izzy, hey?
You know what?
I think they have for a while.
I only think we did. Even I did. I gotta admit. Not that I underestimated him.
You know what it was for me that made me really appreciate him? It was his... Did you watch his podcast with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
And how level-headed he came across. Even Joe Rogan saying it at one point. He's like, you've got your head on. You came into the... You waited for your time. You didn't rush into the UFC. You did your whole kickboxing thing, built up your skills, and then came. You didn't just try and rush in like a lot of these fighters do. He seemed to big him up for having a level head and choosing his time well, basically.
Maybe some people underestimate him. You know what? Maybe I did before as well. I didn't realize number one how big he was as well.
He's big.
He looks fucking skinny on TV.
He does look small.
He was bigger than Paulo Costa, man.
He's taller than him.
He's taller than him, and he wasn't bigger than him because Paulo Costa is a fucking blah, and Paulo Costa has a little short arm, so they're jacked, right? But Israel's a big boy, man. Israel's jacked too, but Israel's that athletic fucking
that
jack.
African build.
Paulo Costa's a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger action hero jacked, you know what I'm saying? There's different levels to jacked as well. But that was a cool fight, man. And I think people underestimated Izzy this time is because of the last fight with Yoel Romero when nothing fucking happened. And that was one of those fights where Yoel Romero, when Yoel tried to go in, Izzy would smack him. When Izzy tried, sometimes he would smack him, so it was that kind of real technical fight. So I think from there, people were like, oh, you've done these cool fights, you've done the hard yards, now you're the champion, now you're just going to sit here and do these fights and not look like you're doing much. But he hasn't done that.
No.
He had to fight Romero. He fucked Paulo Costa up, man. There's no, not to take, like I said, I think Paulo had his own thing going on with the fucking around, but that's not to take anything from Izzy. Izzy could have just stood there and kind of played with it and gone on to the rounds 2, 3, and 4. And he's like, fuck that. Kick the shit out that leg, one head kick, and then it's all come fucking to an end.
And Izzy's that build as well. You can see he's fit. Like obviously they're all fit, but you can see
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. Like I think people underestimate him because he does come across as like a kid when you see him in some of the press rounds and some of the shitty posts. I mean, he's called the last airbender. You know what I mean? He's got
the last style bender, bro.
Sorry, yeah, but that's. I don't know what it is.
It's
an anime fucking thing. That's all I know.
It's from anime for sure. I don't think. Maybe some people think. I think some people think the fuck. He doesn't seem like a kid to me.
Remember the Gastelum fight? Everyone thought he was going to get wiped in that one, and that was a close fight.
Izzy said to him that was the greatest middleweight fight ever. Izzy said that already. And that was a fantastic fight. Izzy was tested in that fight, I think, because Gastelum's not a fucking joke, you know what I mean? Either Kelvin Gastelum. But I think that was a proving fight for Izzy. After that, I think people have been pretty much on the Izzy hype train, man. There is that little bit of a question, I guess, but I don't know. He's fucking destroyed. There's no question now.
He's destroyed everyone.
How can there be a question now?
I think I saw yesterday, his last 7 fights are all against the top contenders in that division.
Yeah, and he's undefeated. He's undefeated in MMA.
Yeah.
Dude, the next best fight, though, if it has to be a cool setup, though. It could be Robert Whittaker again, if he beats Jared Cannonier, and Robert Whittaker could come give him a fight. Or if Jared Cannonier destroys Robert Whittaker and then fucking goes to fight Izzy, that'd be a cool fight. Jared Cannonier looks like a fucking beast as well, dude. He's fucking jacked. He's knocking motherfuckers out too. He's real good. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And Jan Blachowicz, man, won the light heavyweight title. The Polish Power, dude. The legendary Polish Power. He's awesome, dude. That was a cool fight. I don't know what happened to Dominic Reyes in that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing that I thought was maybe... No. The only thing that I heard that kind of gave me a feeling sometimes is he used to train with like his coaches from these, your team and all this kind of stuff. In this, he was training with his brothers, who do train and this and that, but I think all his cornermen, every one of his cornermen was one of his brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And I don't know if he's
followed that. Is that a COVID thing?
I don't think so. I think that's the way he's decided to train now. So I don't know if that's the way he's going, but again, not to take anything away, I can't even talk. Not to take anything away from Jan, because Jan destroyed him. Jan was very technical and knocked him the fuck out. Jan did exactly what he said he was going to do, which was knock him out in round 2.
Yeah.
He said it, and he did it. Mystic Mac is back, bro, except it's Jan Blachowicz. But yeah, so that was the UFC. Now, you know what I was doing today, bro?
What?
I just want to say this is going to piss everyone off. But I was working I'm going to say I'm going to use the word near a fucking golf shop. I fucking hate golf. Do you like golf? Fucking golf. Dude, how is everyone into golf?
I don't think everyone is.
They got fucking stores of expensive shit. You know how expensive this shit is?
For tennis and everything else.
You know how many people,
UFC.
You know how many people went into the fucking shop, dude, to buy like golf?
It's a gentleman's sport.
It is not a sport. Golf is not a sport. I don't give a fuck. I'll call it a game. Sure, you get a game. Pastime. No worries.
Define the sport. What's a sport to you then?
Something that's athletic.
Does it have to be athletic, or does
I reckon. Otherwise, it's not a sport. Even baseball. You know what I like about baseball? In baseball, they've got the fucking balls to say it's America's favorite pastime. Because that's barely a fucking sport too. You're sitting around half the fucking day at the bench and shit. Or you stand out in the field just looking up.
But there's skill elements, right?
It's catching the ball.
To hitting the ball as well. And the way they throw it, there's different kinds of pitches. You've got curveballs, you've got fastballs. I don't know the rest of them, but there's more.
Yeah, okay. Well, baseball's a bit more of a sport, you know.
But golf's the
I
same.
want tennis to be
Golf's the same. And tennis is highly athletic.
Alright, tennis is sport, I'll give you fucking that. Tennis is.
I agree with the athletic thing. With golf, golf is an athletic.
You
sport,
drive to the next hole, or you.
But it's
You
the
swing.
skill element massively.
Sure.
Because it's hitting the ball isn't easy.
Is there skill to playing 21 blackjack?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a sport?
No.
My point. It can be a game. It can be a game, it can be an activity, it can be a pastime. It can be something you do, it can be something you get good at. It can be something that requires skill, thought, the rest of that bullshit. Golf's not a fucking sport as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Don't fucking know. But everyone's gonna hate me, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna go fucking play golf. I'm not playing that shit. I just don't get it. You hit a ball into a hole. You see how far, even the whole, let's see how far you can hit the ball. I'm like,
But that's athleticism in a very minimal way. Power. The power in your swing, right?
how much torque you can make your body go like this.
Swing your hips, bro.
I don't know, it's just a little bit fucking stupid to me, you know?
That's fair. You don't like it, that's cool.
I don't like golf. You guys all I love you guys though, so you keep playing golf. You enjoy that shit, you know what I mean? You drive around. Even the other thing that people say, the only one thing I can take as a positive is they go, the best part of golf, and this is the worst argument, the best part of golf is drinking and riding the buggies around.
Yeah,
Why don't we just get drunk and rent buggies? It's so many.
It's the only place you're allowed to drink and drive.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. If you limit.
Gentleman's sport, but you can drink and drive.
Fuck it, yeah. Not anymore. I don't reckon they let you drink and drive. Don't jobs. Why is there not a place? Why can we not sign waivers and do this shit? Why can't we be adults about this? If we want to drive buggies around and get fucking smashed, we sign here. There's like a course, $50 each. Go on, boys. It's like we are not responsible if you snap an arm off. You know what I mean? We're in, bro.
Extreme sports, let's go. We'll
Yeah,
redefine the genre.
that's another pastime. What's sport? You're driving drunk buggies. That's not a sport. That's an activity.
But that's true though. There's motorsports. Then what do you think of them then? They're not fucking sports then.
I don't reckon they're sports.
Yeah, racing's not a sport.
Racing's
Unless it's
racing.
like bike racing, like bicycle, not motorbike.
It's getting complicated.
That's athletic.
I don't think I've thought this far
Is
ahead.
skating a sport?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with
Because
that.
fuck yeah, that used to tire me the fuck out.
I would definitely agree with that. It's more of a sport than golf.
I just feel it needs some athleticism, man. I don't know. Motorsports. I guess look, the beauty of motorsports is they put the motor in front of it.
Motorsports.
Motorsports. What is golf? Golf sports? No.
Gentlemen's
It's a sport. It's very fucking. Tiger Woods is an old man. He's like number one.
Is it
What the
shape?
fuck? Yeah, sure, but from push-ups,
But
not from golf.
Some of those golfers are not in shape though.
I just don't get it, man. Whatever. You like to hit fucking balls into holes. I like to hit other things into holes, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you guys do your thing, play golf. I do other shit. You know, everyone's got their thing. Some people play chess. I dig chess. But fuck doing that for 6 hours a day. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man. Fucking that shit don't fly sometimes. Yeah, what else were we going to talk about? Alright, so yeah, my main points today, what I want to talk about sometimes, and I don't mean to be too serious, trying to have a good time here, is racism. Because right now the whole Black Lives Matter thing's blown up. Support Black Lives Matter, Black Lives do matter. And I just want to start this off by saying, obviously I love everybody, man. My girlfriend's Asian. My stepdad is South American, kind of darker. I'm Slovakian, I live in Australia. My friend over here is Scottish. I love everyone. When I was a kid in school, there was a trio. It was me, a Jewish kid, and this black kid, man. We were the best friends, dude. We used to run around, have a good old time. When I first came to this country, when I couldn't speak English and shit, like K and 1 and that, my best friend was this Chinese kid who couldn't speak English as well, man. We were friends because we were making fucking hand signs at each other because no one knew what the fuck was going on, dude. You know what I mean? When I came to this country, I didn't know a word of English. And that same school, dude, did I ever tell you the story? There was this one day, I needed to take a piss really, really bad, but the teacher was standing right by the toilet. And because I was a kid and a fucking idiot, I thought if I go over there, she's going to want to talk to me, and I'm not going to know what to say. I'm going to get stuck in this conversation. I need to pee. So you know what I did? I'm a fucking genius. I always knew I was a genius after this. I went and stood in the puddle on a fucking 24-degree day with no clouds. There was a puddle though. Maybe there was a few clouds. It must have rained the day before. I stood in the cloud and I pissed myself. Thinking no one will tell. I'll just say I stepped in the puddle. Even my pants were wet the whole fucking way, dude. The fuck? What a dickhead. That was me. So yeah, look, I love everybody. You know, I don't have a problem with anyone. I think the human race is wrong. I think that the only race is the human race. I don't believe in any of this other bullshit. I think races are like stuff like you're born somewhere. The only people I have a problem with is Egyptians, right? And not the ones you have now. Those guys are cool, whatever. I mean, like the ones who built the pyramids. Those Egyptians.
What was it, aliens?
I don't know who it was. All I know is they didn't fucking tell anyone how to do it, and now we know how to build pyramids. That seems a bit selfish. Okay, I don't hate them. Those pyramid building motherfuckers I got a little bit of a problem with. Let us know. What if we want to make a pyramid now? Don't be selfish. But yeah, I don't hate anyone. I love everyone. But the thing I wanted to talk about that I think is a little bit fucking ridiculous, and obviously I think the Black Lives Matter movement is about police brutality and black people being shot, which is fucking ridiculous. Fuck those cops who do that shit. Especially the ones that are blatant and ridiculous. Fuck the cop who knelt on George Floyd's head. All that kind of stuff is ridiculous. But the problem I have with is like cultural appropriation and maybe these voice actors not being able to voice different colored people, or actors being able to play people from different places. I think it's a bit ridiculous, no? What's the point of being an actor?
If you can't do some different role, yeah.
That's not the answer I wanted to leave. It's a fucking, yeah, but good point.
No, but they want to test themselves and do different roles, right? And what's the most different thing you can do?
What's the most challenging?
Yeah, play something that's not what you are. So
correct,
if you're a white person, play a black person, or a South American person, or whatever it may be.
What's one of your favorite movies where it's a different person playing a different colored person, a different race playing a different race that you can think of? Even
fuck, I don't know. If you gave me a bit more time, I might be able to think of it.
Oh, you think about it while I talk for a little bit. Yeah, exactly what Lee said. I totally agree with it. It's a bit stupid. It's meant to be the most challenging thing. You know what I mean? And unless you're being... Look, I understand that back in the day they had that blackface when slavery was around, when we were getting televisions, and they were blatantly making fun of black people with big, bright red lips. I think Disney used to do that and shit, you know?
Big noses.
Yeah, all that kind of shit. Fuck that. That's ridiculous. You're being mean and you're being an arsehole. You know what I mean? Get that shit the fuck out of here. But some of this other shit, like, what's the big deal, man? You know, one of the biggest problems that I've heard recently, right? And apparently this actress, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about this.
Do you know Zoe Saldana?
Yeah.
Have we talked about this before a little bit? Maybe.
I don't think we have.
No? For any of you motherfuckers out there who don't know who Zoe Saldana is, Zoe Saldana played...
Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
And she was in Avatar as well.
Correct. She's going to also continue to be in Avatar. Yeah. She's in a lot of movies. Fantastic actress.
Two highest grossing movies in the world as well.
There you go. She's fucking killing it. Brilliant.
Big up Zoe.
Zoe, let's go. But fucking... And what color is she, bro?
Do you say black or do you say she's Hispanic? She's Hispanic origin.
Black or brown. Like if you're talking
she's
white
not
people.
white.
She's not white. She's a person of color, I think is the correct term. Maybe we're being rude. I apologize. Fuck. All right? Person of color. To me, I'd say she's a person of color, brown, black, without no offense to be rude, right? I'm clearly white. We're just naming fucking colors, right? She played in a movie, which, by the way, I haven't seen. It's meant to be a fantastic movie about African-American singer, I believe it is. Can you Google that for me real quick so I'm correct? And the movie's called Nina.
Nina, okay.
With Zoe Saldana, right? Now, she played this actress. She had to wear a bit of prosthetic on her nose. She didn't have to. The producer of the movie asked her. She said yes, whatever, because to look more like the real person. You know, it's not trying to be racist. Again, she's already a person of color. Right, she may not be African American, but she's a person of color. Now, in August this year, Zoe Saldana came out and apologized, saying that she should have never taken the role because she herself identifies with Afro-Latina, not African American.
She was a jazz musician.
Jazz musician, thank you.
And jazz musician, that's what it says.
How black you gotta be, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't get it. Now we can't do different characters?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous, man. What's the fucking
Was she pressured into saying sorry, or did she?
I don't know.
I think she did it on a whim herself.
Yeah, but you know why? Because a lot of these actors are trying to save face.
Yeah.
Because I think all this is happening in like LA, California, where they all live.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? So people are probably coming up to them being rude and said like, Jesus, I'm sorry. Like, I'm fucking trying to make a cool movie for you guys, and you hate me because I'm cultural appropriating or whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
That's a bit ridiculous. I don't think she should have to apologize. I'm sure she did a fantastic job in the fucking movie.
And if anything, you're making the movie about someone presumably because you enjoy the story, you like the person's work. So if anything, you're paying respects to the person.
Why else would you do it? I understand you do it out of hate. Some people do it out of hate. But would the movie be a great movie where, you know, there's great singing and music like I'm sure it is? No, it'd be a smear piece trying to make that person look like a fucking idiot.
Another one that got ridiculed, you asked me to think of one I like. I didn't particularly like this movie, but Ghost in a Shell. Scarlett Johansson, she was ridiculed for that because she wasn't Japanese. And
you kidding? Alright, so white people can't play white people anymore.
Why play Japanese people?
The Asians. You can't be an Asian. I feel like for some reason, it does seem like it's always, because everyone says white privilege, we white splain or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I think people are just getting angry at us white people. And I think they're generalizing too much and making it all white people. That's all. You know what I mean? And look, I don't mean to turn this around. Be like, poor me, poor white me, you all hate me. That's not true. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying sometimes this is a bit more ridiculous, like with the actors and the voice actors and stuff. Yeah, so this is just a quick cut in. We already finished the podcast, but right in this part, we forgot about some shit we didn't mention. Right, we were talking about the actors and the cultural appropriation and about the different, you know, black actors playing white people or white people playing black people. This is one no one ever mentions, right? What is it, Lee?
Robert Downey Jr., Tropic Thunder.
That's right. How the fuck did he get away with it, right?
He doesn't seem to have come under major criticism at all, hey?
Not a tiny bit.
Not that I've fucking
No,
seen
absolutely.
anyway.
He talked a little bit about it on that Joe Rogan podcast, saying that they probably wouldn't be able to do it today. You know what I think they did? I was saying this to you before, is that I think it's because they maybe offset the blame a little bit. He's not playing blackface. He's playing an actor in the movie. His character is an actor who plays blackface.
Yeah.
Who undergoes, and he doesn't even play blackface. He gets his face altered, doesn't he? I believe.
I can't
surgery.
remember, but yeah,
I can't remember.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. And he never comes under any fire, right? There's a whole big disparity. That's one we thought we'd bring up so we know about that. Another one that you said was South Park. How the fuck is South Park still going? They make fun of fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Shitty rice? How you get shitty rice? Do you know shitty rice? I'm so wrong. You know what I mean? They're the most
Like,
racist.
that reminds me of Ashton Kutcher in Dude, Where's My Car? What's
Haro?
No, what did she say?
And
And
then... That's right, not Haro. That was fucking the other one, the shitty rice. Yeah, South Park makes fun of fucking everyone.
Yeah.
South Park did have the black guy play chef. They had a falling out, but I think that was over something else.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
No.
But yeah, South Park do it fucking, they make fun of everyone, bro.
Like I said, true. At least said this before. It's a true quality, bro. They fucking hate everyone. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was just another quick few mentions that we throw in there with the rest of it. So yeah, peace. Like even Hank Azaria can't play Apu anymore.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Simpsons?
Not for years.
Fuck, we gotta check an episode out of The Simpsons and see what Apu is. Apu not in the show anymore?
I heard that he wasn't going to be, or maybe they were going to get someone Indian or whatever his actual nationality is.
So everyone, does that mean if there's an Asian, if you're making a Bruce Lee movie,
it has to be an Asian person.
it has to be a guy from Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What if they got a way better actor? You know what I mean?
And it's the same. It's have you seen now that they're, so who's the Batman now? It's Robert Pattinson, but then a lot of people are now saying they should have a black Batman. And it's like, but
sure, why not? Who gives a fuck?
But that's just creating. Why do you have to change the origins of the character? I'm pretty sure the origins of Batman didn't start from a racist place. If it did, then fair enough. But I highly doubt it did because
Why not create your own superhero? I think is the point you're trying to make. Well, create your own story, and they do. Some of these fucking
Black Panther,
fantastic.
Yeah.
The biggest problem even I had with Black Panther, which a lot of people forgot. Black Panther, the first black superhero we got. Hold on. What about Spawn? Michael J. Fox, I'm pretty sure. Blade, I was about to say too. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they're anti-heroes, but they were bad motherfucking artists, dude. Shaft.
Shaft
you know what I mean? There was a few actors who played Shaft, Samuel L. Jackson being one of them. You know, I don't think it's necessary sometimes. Like, why can't we play both of us play each other? There was that Indian actor, man. What was his name? It was the guy who I'm pretty sure was in Life of Pi. That famous Indian kid. He was a kid, not anymore. He's grown up, and he played in a movie, and he played like a poet or someone who was white, and it was like this loose adaptation of his life. It's like, fuck yeah, make that movie. You can make both movies though. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I hate, is this double standard thing. One side can do it and the other side can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want that other side to be over either. I was going to bring up some shit. I want to say, like, because what are we going to do? Martin, I had a great quote which I forgot. And I'm going to butcher on this fucking podcast right now for you. But Martin Luther King said something about no one should be judged by their race or their color or things like that as well. That was one of the biggest points, because that's what people were doing in America at the time. Or it was they were judging people by their color. You know what I mean? If there's anyone who's racist, I have to stress again, fuck that guy, right? But I think sometimes the other side does that now. Like, all white people are the devil, man. Like, we're all fucking racists and shit. Which I don't think is true. I would fucking stand up for any person of color, an Asian, everyone, you know, if they were being bullied or someone was being racist. Believe me, I'm the first person stepping in and telling the racist individual to back the fuck off. I just don't think we have to cancel cartoons, you know, and stuff like that. There was that Jewish girl. She's Jewish. She was on the Netflix show Big Mouth. She played a half Jewish, half black person. She left because she thinks that should be up to black Americans. I was like, okay, does that mean you have to now find a half Jewish, you have to find a black voice actor who's a little girl, a teenage girl, who has to have a mother who's white and Jewish and a father who's black? You have to be that specific for that to be allowed? Are you fucking crazy?
Do you want to make the movie or show?
Do you want to fucking make the show or not, Lee? You know? Why the fuck are they doing this? Now, as well, if we're just going to say that's the way it is, I'm going to get the shits, because that means black people can't voice white people or different people. Yeah. One of my favorite ones at the moment, I sometimes play video games, I play a bit of God of War. That's Homeboy from that Atlantis show, or whatever it was. Not Atlantis. Is Atlantis the one with the gay Stargate? Homeboy was in Stargate. He's a black actor. Did you know that?
The guy who plays Kratos.
Kratos in the new one, in the PlayStation 4 one or whatever, the latest God of War. That's a black dude, the voice.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Fantastic. You know who else was a black voice?
Isn't Elmo a black guy as well? The guy who voices Elmo?
I don't think so. Is he?
I think he is.
No way, check that out. You Google that. But you know who else is a black voice actor? Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Is that racist? Black dude playing Japanese dude? But white girl can't play Japanese guy? There you go, Elmo's a black guy. That's a puppet.
Yeah, I know. He's not white. He's red.
He's red. That's getting fucked up, man. You know who else? Shredder on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Was a black guy.
Black dude.
That's cool.
You know who else? This is the biggest one no one ever thinks about. If you want to go down your fucking road of cancelling your fucking white actors can only play white actors and black actors play black actors, or that's fucking stupid, number one. And if you want to go white has to play white and anyone else can do whatever they want, that's racist, right? Anyway, to get back to the point, you know who else is black dude? Voices a white guy? This is gonna blow everyone's mind. Darth Vader, bitch.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Darth Vader, bitch, was a white dude.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, same guy who did.
White as
fuck. Mufasa in Lion King?
Mustafa.
Mufasa.
Mufasa's not Mustafa. Mustafa's a Turkish dude. It sells an ice cream. Have you seen that ice cream videos? They're magicians with that ice cream, bro. They give you a cone.
Actually, yeah.
And they're stealing that shit off you for ages.
Yeah, I think
if they ever did that to me, I'd be like, you know, fuck, keep the ice cream. I'm on the next guy, hoping he's not a dick. You know, it fucking pissed me off. But yeah, man. So, and what do you do if you have cartoons like Elmo? Well, what do you do with Shark Tale? Will Smith has to be voiced by a fish because he's a fish. What are we gonna do? Have subtitles for kids and just blue? Blue? That's gonna be something. Blue, 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 blue. Fuck out of here, bro. Just let people do shit. They make it better. It's more diverse. That's diversity.
100%.
You want fucking diversity?
That's equality as well. Being
That's
able to play whatever you want to play.
It's about talent.
As long as you're being respectful about it.
Yeah.
Trying to stay as truthful to the story if it's a true story.
Yeah. And again, I'm not trying to take anything away from Black Lives Matter and racism and all that stuff and maybe inequality, like these black neighborhoods in America. that apparently, you know, are in this squalor and can't get out of it because no one's helping them and they're just in this vicious cycle of being stuck there. Fucking that needs to be sorted out. All that kind of shit. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity. What some of you motherfuckers are trying to do, or trying to cancel all this shit, is you're trying to do, what is it? It's equality of opportunity is what we want. You're trying to do equality of outcome, which is impossible.
Yeah.
One of the greatest examples I've heard about that made me think about that is what, like, I play guitar. I used to play a lot more, and it's like, when I practice guitar, why am I practicing guitar, Lee? So I'm fucking better than everyone else, and I'm the baddest motherfucking guitar player, so I'm good. So I get good. If I need to get good, that means I need to be better than someone who's not good. So how the fuck is, you know what I mean? How are we gonna get equality of outcome? We need equality of opportunity, and then it's up to the individual to take it, man. And that is the biggest problem with some of these situations that are racist, I think, is people don't give certain people of color, maybe, or Asians in some parts of the world, or even the Muslims in China now I've seen, they don't give these people opportunity at all. Everyone deserves equal opportunity. But if you're going for equality of outcome, you're never going to get there, and you're going to cause these stupid fucking problems. Were you going to say something? You were going to say something.
I did, but I forgot what it was.
Fuck, I cut you off, Lee.
It was really...
You interrupt me a bit more. But yeah, man, I think we gotta embrace this shit a bit more. Like, fuck cultural appropriation. For Halloween, kids can't dress as different people.
To go back to
There
The
you go.
Simpsons, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Apu's been cancelled, I think. I remember hearing about it. I don't know if he has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure, right, The Simpsons is the biggest stereotype of a dumbass fucking white guy that you will ever find. The main character is Homer Simpson.
Fucking idiot.
And he is literally the stereotype of an American dad. I've got quotation marks flying.
Yeah.
All you American dads.
He's
before
doing
you get
this shit at the back.
So
That's
why
the
are they
thing.
getting upset over
This-
Apu when Homer is...
Correct, you're onto something. We should talk about this. The problem isn't stereotypes. The problem is racism.
Yeah.
And what people, I think the definition of racism is changing. I didn't come up with that or even that saying. I think I heard it somewhere, so I'm going off that. Whoever it was, I apologize. I give them full credit. You know, I ain't inventing shit right now. But I think that whoever did say this was right, that the definition of racism is changing. I think we talked about this once before. What is the definition of racism?
Prejudice or oppression
Against someone of a certain race.
something like that. I'll look up the actual definition.
But we also then need to understand the definition of what is
Stereotype.
race, of what is known as the general thing of race, and also stereotype, right? Racism, as far as I'm concerned, is you thinking a person of color or a different race is lesser to your race or a lesser human to you,
Yeah,
right?
it's what we said. Prejudice, discrimination, or whatever based on a race.
Based on a race. What's the
Or
definition of race? Someone born of a different fucking place on the
The
earth.
definition of a race is when two cars go really fast and one has to win.
Oh shit. Now we're confused, bro. But yeah, so that's racism. What you fucking people are talking about sometimes is stereotypes. And I don't mean to say you fucking people, I take that back, this is gonna get racial, I don't mean to be rude, excuse me. But stereotypes are very real. We should celebrate stereotypes and laugh at stereotypes. They're fucking fantastic, dude. Sometimes Indian people do bob their head a little bit when they talk. Yeah, it's awesome, it's cute. Why not? It's not fucking racist, dude. White people do a lot of white shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's good stereotypes too. Like the black dudes have big dicks. Why is that one okay? It's
Sorry,
true.
I'm trying to find the
That's a good
definition
one.
of race, and it
We'll
legit
keep
is
that
showing
one.
me the race. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Oh, this guy's googling fucking car races. But even black people, they call racist now to say black people like fried chicken and watermelon? I like fried chicken
It's
and
a racial
watermelon.
stereotype, right? That's what they call it.
That's a stereotype. That's all good. So they say
And there's nothing. It's not like you're saying black people are shit because they like chicken.
Yeah.
Like, there's no insult in there.
Sometimes, like I've seen, I'm a new driver. We're going to talk about some of my driving shit. I'm a new driver, but sometimes I see shitty Asian drivers. I've also seen other shitty drivers. Doesn't mean all Asians should fucking suck because I've seen a few Asian drivers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Asians have small dicks. Number one, I don't know. They also say Indians have small dicks. Number two, I don't know. But you know what I do know? And this is a joke I'm ripping off someone as well who I can't remember. What are the two biggest populations in the world? India and China, so they clearly be fucking. That's not a bigger problem as we think. Yeah, but I hope it's funny. It's not my joke. I heard it somewhere too. I'm stealing. Call me one of those jokies. But yes, so I've seen shit drivers too. I'm a new driver, right? I'm pretty bad too sometimes. Allegedly, this is a joke, or it could be real. No one knows it because it's allegedly. Anyway, do you drive, Lee? You drive.
Yeah.
Do you speed, Lee?
No, I try not to. Sometimes I'll accidentally do it, maybe going down a hill, not realizing I'm going down a hill.
Not pressing the brake and not pressing the accelerator, just kind of cruising down and you're, oh fuck, I'm going 70 in a 50 zone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Swerving
accidental speeding, yeah.
Accidental.
I don't speed on purpose.
No. I'm the same as you, I don't speed on purpose. Except in school zones. Right. And I don't do this on purpose. This is a phenomenon I hope everyone else has. Because it's fucking ridiculous. This happens to me every fucking time, no matter what I do to try and remind myself. You know what it is? Yeah. Dude, I'm going through the school zone. It's a particular school zone where you might have to stop. You stop usually for a red light. Yeah?
So you've entered the school zone.
You're
now coming up to a red light. You're
Comes
stopping.
to a complete stop.
Yep.
Right? Then I sit around, radio's on, bopping to a song, listening to them talk bullshit, whatever it is. Light turns green. And I go. Forgot it's a school zone. Now I'm going 50. Going, why the fuck is everyone going so slow? Oh shit, it's a school zone. Brake. Now I'm going 30.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how to stop doing this.
I like how you went from 50 to 30 to even it out.
Dude, yeah, we're doing maths, equations. We're doing equations.
If I went 50, now I got to go 30. That's 40.
I'm compensating. I went too fast. I'll go slower then. Like, just give me a chance. It's accidental. My bad. I watch for kids. Well, no. I always watch for kids, regardless, right? And I never hit anyone, of course, you know. And I'm mainly joking about this anyway. But yeah, them fucking school zones, they need like flashing lights everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a common problem.
Yeah, man.
I notice it all the time. I've definitely had that happen to me.
Yeah, that shit happens, bro. The school zone, you just gotta be careful. But anyway, back to we were talking about the little racism thing. Look, man, I think we should celebrate our differences. I think, fuck this whole cultural appropriation. How can you appropriate the same person as you? Yeah, we are the human race. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't look like it because you've got people who are different sizes, shapes, colours, whatever it is. But I believe we are, man. You know, I say Habibi sometimes. I call my mates Habibi sometimes. I have fucking no idea why. I just think it's a cool word. I'm not Arabic or Muslim, but dude, I love those people as well. I've got friends who are, you know, from that area. Assyrian. I've got some Assyrian friends. I've got friends from all over the world. And other people who are Muslims as well. They're great, dude. Just love everybody, you know. Again, everybody love everybody, like Ron Burgundy says or whatever. But yeah, we're slowly going to wrap it up. We're going to try and do this podcast at least every 2 weeks. Try and get it up to every week. Still, we're trying to have some friends on. So leave some comments down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree or disagree with us. You can come on, any of our friends or any people watching. If you reckon you've got some legit points to argue with me, even if it is about racism or the corona or whatever, we're going to be talking about all sorts of shit on here. Feel free, man. Hook it up. Come on. We'll have a bit of a chat. We'll make it happen. But yeah. Anything else new with you, Lee?
Not a whole lot, man. No. Nothing more for that.
It is what it is. So easy. Peace out. Catch you next time.